friends, Rebecca here, the Dragon Librarian from Farmington Community Library, and I've got Alder here today to talk with you guys about a book that we just absolutely love, and it's one I've been excited to talk about for quite some time, and I'm only just getting around to do it now, but I'm still really super hyped to talk about this book with you guys today. But first, let's talk about something that might look a little bit different here in the background from what you're usually used to looking at with these videos. What do you think, Alderon? Do you notice anything different? He does. Okay, so what is it? Tell me. What? No, I do not have a new haircut. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's definitely not it. So hopefully you guys have noticed that the bookcases behind me are completely brand new bookcases. They are way different than what you're used to looking at, and that is because my lovely father has actually handcrafted these perfectly amazing bookcases for me, and built them by hand, drove them all the way out here and installed them, and I think they look just absolutely amazing. Don't you agree? Alderon didn't even notice there was anything different. So, got some brand new bookcases, new background, but the book I'm going to talk about today is not a new book. In fact, it's a book that's been out for quite some time, but I read it for the first time last year. Now, that book is called Temple Alley Summer, and this is by Sachiko Kasiwaba. Temple Alley Summer. Now, this book actually came out in 2011, but it came out in Japan. Last year was when the translation of this book, the English translation, finally came to the United States. And it's really awesome that it did, because this book is really well known and the author is a beloved children's author in Japan. So it's really very special that we were able to get this book. So the reason I wanted to talk about this is because, you know, we're kind of getting into the middle of August. Summer is winding down, right? Some of you may be going back to school soon, within a week or two, and, well, that may be a little bit sad, right? Whether you love school or you don't love school, the end of summer is always a little bit sad. So I thought, let's talk about this book that just has so many summer vibes and keep the good feelings rolling, right? So even though summer is ending and school may be starting soon for you, we don't have to completely think about that yet, and we can still read books that have awesome summer themes. So what is this book about? This book has a lot of different facets to it. So it's many different things. It is a story about friendship, it's about culture and heritage, it's a ghost story, but it is also a mystery. And it is about this young boy named Kazu who has to try to solve this mystery with the help of his, well, we're not really sure if she's a friend or not, Akari. So Kazu wakes up one night in the middle of summer and he notices that there is this strange white kimono figure gliding by in his home. And he thinks, oh my gosh, this is a ghost. I've totally seen a ghost. But when he goes to school the next day, there is a new student that he's never met before named Akari. Now, the weird thing is, though, everybody in the classroom seems to think Akari has always been there and that she's been their friend for years. Everybody knows her already. But Kazu is like, who is this person? I have never seen her before in my life. So he's thinking, okay, this person is definitely a ghost. I have a new classmate that is a ghost. And somehow everybody thinks that this is completely normal, right? So Kazu finds out that where his home is, it actually used to be where this temple stood. And this temple had this rumored power to bring people back from the dead. So Kazu now has to actually team up with Akari, who they form this like reluctant partnership to try to figure out what happened to the temple, if the powers are true, like that they really could bring back, and what is going on with Akari in the first place. So the reason why ghosts, you're like, well, ghosts aren't really a summer thing. It's so true, but the thing about this book that I absolutely loved was a lot. I mean, I loved the characters. I loved Kazu and all his uncomplicated glory. He was just an amazing character. I loved Akari and trying to figure out what was going on with her. I loved all the minor characters that showed up throughout the story. But even though I may have forgotten some of the characters' names and I may have forgotten some of the exact plot points of the story since I read it last summer, the main thing that stuck with me was the way this book made me feel. And it felt like just drinking a big glass of cool lemonade on a hot day. It just had such a beautiful feel to this book. The descriptions were so beautiful and lovely that I actually felt like, even though I've never been to Japan before, I actually felt like I was there with Kazu and Akari solving this mystery. So this is definitely one of those books that not only has a great story, wonderful writing, and awesome characters, but it just has a really incredible feeling to it that will stay with you long after you're done reading it. Temple Alley Summer. Give it a try. Well, that's what we've got for you guys today. I hope that this book sounds really awesome and fun, and that you're looking forward to reading it. If so, please feel free to come check it out from Farmington Community Library. And also thank you so very much for watching, friends, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day.